from Saigon, East Coast, USA, 12 hours behind. So it's about midnight in Florida, East Coast. So just checking in, letting people know that I'm alive. Okay. Let's see here. Okay. Okay, I'm in Saigon. I've been, let's see here, today's the 22nd. I'm almost 3 weeks in Vietnam, and I got another 4 weeks in Saigon. I'm evaluating my Snowbird activity. So just checking in, see what everybody's doing. Might be a little late. It's Saturday at noon here in Saigon. And how you doing? Well, to answer your question, is it sad? No, it's life. And that's the reason why you want to live a life of intention. Your life should be planned as far as you can do, as far as you can go. But I believe in God, and I believe God gives us a purpose. And you have to listen, you have to listen, you have to think, and you have to make choices, So that's my thought. I'm sitting there watching from afar, being in Vietnam, and then just listening to the U.S. news and, being engaged on what's going on in the United States versus Vietnam. None of that is happening in Vietnam. Believe me. There's, you feel safe here. You feel safe in Saigon. You feel safe in Vietnam. I've been here. It's almost 3 weeks, and I got another 4 weeks to go. It's so that'll be a total of about 12 weeks that I've been in Vietnam in 2025. So what's everybody doing? Most of my followers are in the U.S., and I'm basically in the process of retiring as a workaholic. I've been working for 50 years. I've had an income, a solid income since I've probably been 10. You know what I mean? I was brought up to work hard. We weren't, my family of 10 brothers and sisters, and my parents, a total of 13. We were brought up with a work ethic, We weren't really huge on education. We were more involved with saving for a rainy day, being good to people, having a good conduct, stay out of trouble. What else could I say? Build a family, basically, a family life. We had the 12 commandments, excuse me, the 10 commandments, but my parents added additional commandments, or let's call them rules. And it was about faith, family, and food, because we had to work to eat with a big family. And then later on in life, we were taught how to save for a rainy day. Okay? So, I'm working on my journey on TikTok, YouTube, and now I'm on X or Twitter because I'm building basically a social media network. And that's kind of like my relevancy, I'm sitting here in a hotel in Saigon at the Sheraton, Saigon. It's a very nice hotel. And that's one thing about Vietnam. Your cost of living is probably about 25% to 30% of the U.S. So it's a pretty good life, So what's everybody thinking? I mean, it's midnight there. Is everybody unhappy or is everybody happy? Can't you sleep? I've been sleeping good here, relaxed. It's very quiet. I have no worries. I planned for this trip for over a year, and now it's kind of like a retreat for me. So I'm doing things that I probably wouldn't do in Florida. I'm getting to the point where Florida is very busy, very old. Conduct of people is getting kind of crazy when you compare that to Vietnam. Okay? Vietnam, you feel very safe. People are friendly, hospitality. They're built on hospitality. They love Americans. I went and got a haircut, yesterday. And coffee's great and so on, Craig, I'm in Vietnam, man. Don't worry about the market, man. Don't worry about the market. It's gonna end up okay. It'll be up, I mean, you could say, we were all bragging about the 14, 15, 18% increase, but we'll end up with a 5 or 6, maybe better. So I'm okay with that. You're basically beating saving money. You got to invest it, man. And don't forget, this is the long game. You're in the long game. So I got 4 more weeks here in Vietnam. I'm on TikTok. I'm starting I've been on Twitter for years, but I'm going to start monetizing Twitter now too, because that's where the entrepreneurs are. That's where the politicians are. That's where you get more exposure with Twitter. The audience is more educated. So, no, just got to be patient, man. Don't panic. Let everybody else panic. You see? Because the more they panic, the better, because then if you decide to reinvest, that's the time to reinvest. You see? So, in fact, maybe double up. You're young. So, to me, I'm at the point where, I'm living on my past investments. So I'm okay, Social Security too, So I'm just trying to do a personal retreat. I'm relaxed, trying to make things happen. I've tried a few things here. I looked at the whole country. I beat the floods. I went to Hanoi over the last 2 weeks, the first 2 weeks of my 4 weeks that I've been here, and returned back to Saigon, which is Ho Chi Minh City. But I like calling it Saigon because that's what the people call it here in Vietnam, is Saigon. And I really saw a lot, educated myself, but missed the floods. The floods were really bad, man. I got to the point where I had to take a flight, and I beat the floods by less than 24 hours. So what's going on with my teams, man? My Yankees fail. My Raiders are terrible. But I'm still in there. My fantasy football, I expected to be a real loser this year. I was 500 last year. At this point, I'm 8-3, and I got a bye in the playoffs, so I'm excited about that. And I'm doing it with all a bunch of waivers. I didn't use my draft guys. Okay. See? 2027. Yeah. 2027, shit, I'll be 73 years old. Yeah, what's kind of cool is I'm getting calls by people that I haven't talked to in about 5 years, because now they're thinking about selling their businesses or growing their businesses or exiting, and now they're asking me questions, and I'm in position because I'm not here to preach, man. I'm here to say, hey, this is what I've done. This is my experience, and I got more wins than losses, so I'm happy about that. What are you doing up? I know it's Saturday, but what are you doing? You're not working on Sunday? Okay, let's see here. I don't have too many people on live, but you know what? My YouTube is growing. My TikTok is growing. And it's okay. It keeps me working. Like right now, I already had breakfast, and they'll come clean my room. And I tip everybody because everybody's so kind and helpful. Smile. I'm going to go work out, and after I work out, I got a few other things to do. I'm going to get a massage today. Got a haircut yesterday, and I'm okay. 2 minutes. Okay. What about your football teams? It's okay, man. You can always come back and watch it. I'm still on YouTube, though. I'm still generating posts, and I got my team that's basically put the longs and the shorts on. They're strategists. They're my marketing team. So I still got to generate. I'm still working, which is come up with ideas, come up with experiences, and how can I help people? Now, to me, I just help you by saying, be patient. Be patient. Trump and the administration's got to concentrate on the economics of the United States. Vietnam is almost triple the GDP for the next few years. That's why I'm so excited about Vietnam. I feel like I got something to say here in Vietnam. Keeps me young, too. I feel like I'm in my 40s, seriously. Yeah. Carr's been retired now for a couple of years. I think they're going to be making a lot of changes, man. A lot of changes. I hope so. And Brady's there now, too. He's part owner, so I think it's going to take time. But I think they'll get rid of Pete Carroll and the whole team. It's done. You know what I mean? It's not a rebuild. It's a it's a restructure. And basically, you got a new owner. Davis is going to give Tom Brady a lot of leverage on how to build a team, just like the Timberwolves are giving A-Rod operations and personnel and how to win. I mean, it's like Trump, man. You got to know how to win. People don't realize that. Once you win, you know how to win. If you're a loser all your life, fuck, man, you're going to complain. You're not complaining, Craig. You're working, you're saving, and you're patient. And the other thing is that you got to remember is when you're a young entrepreneur, you got to be healthy, man. My father used to tell me, and I used to ask older guys when I started my career in my 20s, circle myself with successful people. And you know, the successful people were greatest generation. My dad's 100, and many of the people that I talk to are dead. And I would ask them, what made you so successful after 40, 50-year career? And nothing's overnight, man. And they would always say they were lucky. Well, that's an easy way out. No, they were patient. They were disciplined. And my father's response to success is good health. You know why? He never worked a day in his life. And that's how I feel. I haven't worked a day in my life. And being in Florida for the last 2 years and seeing the demise of my my market segment, which is printing and converting, going through a lot of changes, uh, people just don't realize it's kind of like a life cycle. It's also like the people that are being laid off now, like pink slip quarter. People are getting laid off right now in their 40s and their 50s and so on. There's no way back unless you change personally, and you have to start your outlook, your mindset's got to be different. And that's what's hard for people in the United States, the Democrats and the Republicans and so on. There's change going on, man, and people don't like change, you know? But change, if you have a vision that is going to be better down the road. See, I feel the world and the United States is going to get better in the future for my grandchildren, not for me. I'm an old guy. But I watched and I worked hard for 50 years. And now I'm at the point now where I beat the system. You see what I mean? I'm a winner. And once you win, you really can't, you reduce your risks and you reduce your losses by making good decisions. So, Craig, it's just you and me. Give me a couple of thumbs up, couple of hearts. I don't even know what's going on here. But I'm just rambling. I just thought I'd go on because if I go on live on TikTok, it's like crazy. I get 100, 150 viewers because they're all young and aggressive, and it's during the day. And everyone is on a phone device, no computers. It's all about the phones, man. Nobody can afford a computer. And who's going to lug a computer? People are on the go, man. You see these scooters? They're all on devices. You talk about the United States, you're going to get a ticket for texting. You should see these people. Everything's navigation. Everything's on the phone. Their orders and so on. It's unbelievable. But you know what? I feel safe because they respect people. And the pedestrians have the right of way here in here in Vietnam. So when you walk across the street, everybody slows down. They might pass you, but they give you a lot of room, you know? And no horns, no fingers, none of that. You feel really safe here in Vietnam, man. I mean, the hardest thing for me is to leave my family. I feel guilty that I'm pro-Vietnam. In fact, I got a couple leads to maybe even do some business in Vietnam here and bring it back to the U.S. But their GDP and their manufacturing is off the charts right now, man. Triple of the United States. You don't have to wait. And see, time is a problem for me because I'm in my 70s. How much time do I have left to be healthy and to have fun and make some money and make money for other people? That's what I want to do. And I'm watching my grandkids. I'm not watching my kids. My kids are in their 40s and 50s. If they win, they win. If they fail, they fail. Don't complain to me. And don't fuck up raising my grandkids. You see, that's the other thing. But I trust my children to raise their kids well and their spouses. It's teamwork. I didn't have a team. I didn't have a good wife as a teammate. You follow me? So anyway, it's okay. Everything's okay. This is a good place to be. It's quiet. Food's great. It's inexpensive. I mean, my biggest pro is how can I not come to Vietnam for the weather? Seriously, for the weather. For the action. I like action. I feel like I'm in my 40s. And they respect me because they see I'm an old guy. They respect the elders. You know what they see? They see Yoda. They see wisdom. They see an owl. You know? They love the white hair. They love the blue eyes. I'm a hit, man, and I like that. Samuel, my name should be on there. It's Rock LaManna. Follow me, please. I'm on TikTok. I'm on Twitter. I'm trying to build a following, and I'm trying to help people, and I'm making it happen. You know, the good thing is I just found out my name just got trademarked. Okay, so I registered my own name, Rock LaManna. So I'm pretty proud of that. And that is for my grandchildren. I've written one book and I got another book on the way. And that's my legacy to my grandkids. And my social media videos is for my grandkids. Why? Papa Rock, they call me Papa Rock. In Vietnam, they call me Mr. Rock or Uncle Rock. It's all out of respect. And that's what Vietnam is about. Kindness, respect, mutual respect, family values, generation, hard work, appreciation, gratitude. It's all good shit, man. So Samuel, I'm on TikTok and X also, so follow me there. And I got a lot of action going on, man. So one of my biggest decisions here in the next 4 weeks is on a personal retreat, whether I want to come back in 2026 for 1 month, 2 months, or 3 months. And I'm in the process of selling my condo in Florida. I'm done with Florida. I've achieved what I needed to achieve. I've been there 23 years. And I'm from Minnesota. I'll end up in Minnesota. However, I will be a snowbird in Vietnam, is what I'm thinking. Samuel, I don't know what OG means. And I'm not here to bribe you to follow me. I got enough followers. It's if you want to learn something, you know what I mean? If you want to learn something, I've changed so many times in my career, 50 years of doing business. And right now I'm in the process of sending my business to the people I trust. The people that contact me and ask, Rock, can you help me? I'm like, listen, I'll help you at no cost. However, I'm going to have the back office all set up by my team, the team that I've worked with for many, many years that I trust. Okay? And then I'll just help as an advisor, as a mentor. Okay? You're 5 years old? Samuel, 5 years old. It doesn't surprise me. I have my grandson who's 8 who watches me on YouTube. It's cool, man. Good for you. Samuel, where do you live? Where do you reside? And is your mother and father watching you right now? Oh, you're a gamer. You're a gamer, huh? I have no clue of gaming. My kids started that like Pokemon or something like that years ago. Atari, I think they call it Atari. I never bought my kids that shit. You know what? They had friends that did it and their parents would do it, but my kids were into sports, man. You know, and I like that. Education and sports. Because I would push them to say, listen, sports is good, but you got to have good grades to get in good colleges. And guess what? They did it. My kids did it. And that's where I helped them with their education. 67. What does that mean, Samuel? Okay. Samuel, where do you live? Are you in the United States? Are you in the United States? Okay. I think you like football. What is soccer? American football? What's the deal? I saw, is it Scotland? Scotland made the World Cup, man. Unbelievable. Everybody's going to be watching Scotland in the World Cup, I'll tell you. The underdog. Okay, I'm going to, at 31 minutes, I'm going to cut loose. Let's see here. Anything else I could do? Craig is probably sleeping. That's okay. There he is. Caleb, where you been? I'm in Vietnam. Thanks for hooking up here. That's cool. I know it's noon, almost 12:24 in Vietnam. I'm in Saigon. And I've been here for almost a month, and I got another month to go. I'm making some decisions. Caleb, I know it's Caleb. How you doing, man? I know you watch me. Thank you for checking me out. Where you been? Where do you live, by the way? I'm in Vietnam. People are asking where I'm at. I'm on TikTok. I'm on TikTok daily. So I thought I'd better go on live to let everybody know I'm okay. You know, people are wondering. And I'm debating whether I was thinking about relocating for 6 months, 5 to 6 months. Now I think after traveling the whole country and witnessing the floods, the best place for me would be Saigon. And I'm thinking 1, 2, or 3 months a year. Snowbird here. Well, Samuel, good night. Well, I'm sorry. I can't pronounce your name. Should I call you 47? C47. How's that? Okay, where do you live? Okay, I think that's about it today, huh? Everybody must be sleeping, because usually I get, 40, 50 people that'll come on, but I'm 12 hours ahead in Vietnam, okay? Okay. Samuel's in Spain, okay. I've been to Spain, beautiful country, beautiful people, food, environment. They say that's a good place to retire too. But I don't speak Spanish, and I know you can get by with English, but it's not family. I'm still American, So, and I've traveled enough that Europe, I started traveling in 1983, and I got about 2 million miles on my airline miles, sky miles. And I think Asia is the place for me to be, my future. I think there's a lot of action here. The growth is unbelievable. The people are unbelievable. The food, the service. Pretty much, okay, C47. We'll see you, man. God bless. Okay, everybody, it's over 30 minutes here, and I'm going to have to go work out, and I'll be back. But watch my YouTubes, TikTok, and I'm on Twitter, okay? God bless everybody.